What is going on, everyone? My name's Boit, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology Retold action, spawning in the left side of the map in the blue color, playing as Set. His name is Magic. His opponent today in the red color, playing as Oranos. His name is Matreiuss. The map is Giza. How do you guys say Giza? Is there another way? Geyser? Is it Geyser? Has it always been Geyser? Or is it Giza? I don't know. Have I been saying it wrong this whole time? I am Australian. I say no very strangely, right? Giza! Or Geezer! Anyways. I really like this matchup. I think this is a really fun one. As much as people like to say that Oranos is absolutely busted right now, I think Set is a really strong god against Oranos. Or at the very least, it's a competitive matchup. And Set can definitely find wins here. Now, why can Set find wins in this matchup and say maybe Ra can't? They've got very similar god paths. What's different? Well, Set has bonus speed on his spearmen, and that makes all the difference. Bonus speed on the spearmen means you can actually gap close against Terma that are shooting scooting much easier than the Ra player can. I think it's 5.3 versus 5.0. So it's a small amount, but Terma are 5.5. So you can catch up to them, which means your opponent can't really go... Excuse me, I need some water. I'm about to cough. Your opponent can't really go for mass Terma against Set, which is fantastic. Now, there's another unit that a lot of Egyptian players struggle with. And what is that? The Mermillo. The Mermillo is a challenging unit to deal with divine damage attached to it. Is it divine damage? With bleed damage attached to it, excuse me, in serrated blades. How do you deal with that unit? Well, through Ptah, you get yourself... sorry, let me take a back step. All of this is through Ptah. You have to go through Ptah here as Set. If you don't, then you're going to find yourself in a very challenging position against Chaos. And we'll talk about that a little bit later as I slowly start to unpack all of the ways in which Set, all the tools Set has to kind of counter what Oranos has got and how much he has to really play perfectly to find wins, but he can. The skill ceiling is quite high here for the Set player. So Ptah has got Wooden Shield for those spearmen. That helps against those Terma as well. He's also got Scalloped Axe for the Axemen, which is another upgrade that is very necessary to allow those Axemen to trade equally against, or trade very favorably against Mermillo with Serrated Blade. Not Serrated Blade. Well, that's the passive with Bite of the Shark. Not Serrated Blade, is it? Bleed damage. 5.25 speed for Set spears. I'm sorry. I swear it says 5.3 in the tooltip, but it's fine. Point is, Ptah gives all the answers here in the Classic Age. Ptah also gives all the answers here in the Heroic Age. Why? Because Oranos has got two options here. One, you don't have to care about so much in terms of god power usage. You have to care so much about this in terms of tech. And the other one is going to be god power usage. Chaos. Going through Hyperion. How do you beat Chaos? Well, you get yourself 5 to 7 priests for your army. You're going to need them against the Satyr anyways. Whenever Chaos comes down, you shift and stands the units away from the enemy army. You heal your army back up with all the priests, and you live the dream. Against Thea, you actually kind of need to rush out Horus, but we can talk about that if it ever happens. Or like the Thea Contarius are just really strong, and similarly to how Thracian Horses Spirited Charge plus a handful of Apaspists or Toxotes can really take out those spearmen really easily. The Lance of Stone, cheaper Contarius with like maybe a couple of Arcus in the army or a handful of Arcus in the army can really take out those spearmen quite nicely. So you've got to be really quick here with Set to get an advantage. And we'll see what Magic's going to be able to do. Now, I do really like grabbing a fast second town center hero Set as well. And as the Oranos player hero as well, I also like taking maybe not a fast second town center because you have to play around the fact that Shifting Sands is on the table. What a late advance time here for Magic. I didn't even notice how late this was. What did he get? Why is he so late? How many monuments does he have? Town center coming up. Is it just me or was that really late? 5-minute plus advance time from Magic. I'm not sure. You can get a 4-minute advance with a Monument as Set and Ra and Isis. And it's coming up onto this position. We do see a cheeky little Carnivora coming down here. Bit of a cheeky little... You have to spam click this. You absolutely have to. The villagers won't come back here. You have to spam click it. Magic. There we go. Okay, it's finally coming back onto it. I'm just thinking, Magic! Spam click! So, well, let's talk about what the interaction for Shockwave. If you guys are getting frustrated against Shockwave, I don't blame you, but there is a answer that will help you. And whenever it gets used, select your units and spam click attack move, spam click build, whatever you need to do, spam click run away. Whatever you need to do, that's the answer, because you will be able to make your units move a little bit faster, I think, than the actual user interface is telling you can move them. As we do see villagers coming through, Matreiuss going to take a forward town center. And this is kind of what I was expecting here. I think this is the correct play against the fast second town center over here. Now, if Magic sees this, which he doesn't, he can make a correct decision about how to play against this. But he doesn't know what's coming through, and he's going to have to figure out what he wants to do. In the main base, we are seeing barracks coming down. And in all honesty here, Matreiuss just needs to put an armory down, stop building units, go heroic age. The reason why, and in fact, I think he should just go for a handful more Terma as well, and put pressure on and try and force out some slingers here. Because what you want as the Oranos player is to force the set player or trick the set player into overproducing slingers here, so that when you transition into the heroic age from Matreiuss, you absolutely dominate what's being built. So that's got to be the plan. Guys, Magic. Wait, he only built 2. He cancelled them. Okay, he overbuilt them. I thought he was going to spam out those gazelles of set. They're really, really nice. It's really, really nice having Hunt underneath your town center, but they are very, very pricey. If you want to eat animals, the best animal to eat is actually the rhino, I believe, in terms of cost, followed by, I think, the elephant and the giraffe are around there, hippo. But yeah, the rhino is your best bet if you want to eat animals in the game. And yeah. Don't ask me why. I don't know the reasoning, but I think that's what the math says. But generally, you want to be spending favor on something else. Small Slinger's going to be coming out here for Magic. Do have a cheeky little Electrum Bullets upgrade to be coming through. And will he overbuild these or not is the question. He does need to get Heroic Age. The reason he needs Heroic Age, as we see Hyperion coming through now, the big reason he needs it isn't actually for any unit in particular. As set, you're probably going to be just wanting to build nothing but barracks units. But what you actually want is Heavy Spearmen and Priest Range. Those two things are really, really important here, as we're seeing Weightless Mace coming through and Catapulties, which is a wild unit to be seeing getting built by Matreiuss, as there's actually no unit that they counter just yet. I am surprised. I am gobsmacked, guys. Are you kidding me? Catapulties. All right, Armory coming up over on this position. We see a little cheeky... Oh, Spearman. Oh. Magic not paying attention. He's going to be taking those gazelles out, but Sky Passage is going to be up for Magic, and he's going to be able to come over here very, very quickly. Priests wandering forward in an attempt to kill off that Caladri over there. Not going to be able to do so. Five barracks coming through here as well. And Sky Pass is just everywhere here. It kind of looks like, to me, Matreiuss is setting up for a sort of gold star. He's got his Oracle over here. He's got his buildings over on this side. He does have a Sky Passage on the back here that he can use to kind of attack over here. Sky Passage over here to attack over here. And where can Magic really go is the big question. He's going through segment, so he will have himself the big boosts here. Thank you for the 9 months. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 3. Appreciate you, my friend, for the support. Thanks so much. As the obelisk comes down, and we do have some units popping up. There are a good, healthy amount of units in defense here, as we've got in the main base a whole bunch of those Contarius coming through. Now, they don't have any significant boosts to them while going through Hyperion. They don't get that Lance of Stone. They don't get that Poseidon Secret upgrade. So defending here against this army is a little bit easier for, as we see the raids coming back in, it's a little bit easier here for Magic than if Matreiuss has gone through Thea, but he does have to be concerned about Chaos, because Chaos is going to kill his entire army. But we do have a whole bunch of priests, so Magic's got that correctly. One upgrade here that Magic would love to have, but can't have it because he's gone through segment, is Spirit of Mart, which makes his priests heal a little bit faster, as well as making them cheaper, as well as getting him Nepti here. In fact, I think arguably segment might be a mistake here from Magic. Maybe Nephthys is the better call. What do you guys reckon? Let me know in the comment section below. Do you think that this is a mistake, or do you think that you have to get that Slings of the Sun technology in this matchup? Anyways, military barracks coming through. Migdol Stronghold coming up onto this position as well. And now the Contarius are going to be swinging in here, looking for a little bit of a raid. Magic very much out of position. He does have the Citadel Centaur on this position here. He can't... Right now, what I would love to do as Magic is just shifting sands onto this army with my army and absolutely decimate it. But he can't do that because Chaos is on the table. So he's got to be a little bit more careful there. But the damage does come through. Matreiuss is slowly starting to get further and further in front. But Magic can come through and steal this town center. Magic can go Mythic Age here relatively soon as well. He's got a lot of villagers on wood. He could probably start considering taking them off. He's got way too many slingers in this army compared to the Contarius that are out here for Matreiuss. But Matreiuss, he's got a lot of those Arcus as well, which might make it a little bit challenging for him to find any sort of significant damage. As we do see Magic, he's going to be able to get that Scarab in onto this position and take out a Sky Passage here. It's the little things that Matreiuss doesn't care about the Scarab anymore. The Scarab is going after the main town center. Another Sky Passage coming up onto this. He's going to be able to 2-hit it. Scarab is OP. Second Sky Passage down. Units over here just checking out what's happening. As fortified town centers coming through for Magic. This is a great option instead of going for... Man, he just doesn't care. This Scarab. Oops. Yeah, it's a great option. Instead of going for a third town center, you can always go for fortified town centers first on your 2 town centers. And it basically gets you the same amount of population as someone going up to 3 town centers. But where you lose out on that is villager production. So one way to play around that, if you can't get this town center, is to drop a village center at this point as well. Or drop the village center first and then get yourself that fortified town centers. I think, I could be wrong, but I think Magic is missing a house. He is. There it is. He's missing 2 houses, actually. You should be up to 220 population here, right? When you're on 2 town centers with fortified town centers here. As we see a town center coming up, there's the Chaos. And Magic will be retreating away. And now he just has to heal up all these units. He's got to stop and heal. You have to heal. Heal. Don't walk back. Heal. It was a correct play, but you have to heal. I'm going to keep saying it. Look at all these low HP units. He's taking too long on this. It takes a long time to heal these guys. I've had discussions about a certain bonus that comes through from playing Isis. You get a monument down, you can get some empowerment onto that monument, and that's going to be able to heal all your units up really, really quickly while you're moving around, like in that position. But now you see these priests healing up, they will be able to get those units back up to full HP. It does give a lot of time here for Matreiuss as Matreiuss jumps through that sky passage at the top side of the map. He has to dive into the Migdol stronghold over here. As units going to be crashing through and taking out that Migdol stronghold in a big way.
Into you.
As the slingers and spearmen going to come back over here. We've got the villagers moving up onto this gold mine here. I'd love to see a Migdol getting thrown down as soon as possible. Magic is spending every little inch of resources in his bank right now, whereas Matreiuss, he is so far in front. He is so absolutely far in front in this game. And why is he this far in front? Sky passages, third town center up, villager lead. All of this stuff culminates in him being in a really, really good position here. You see the sky passage coming down. There is double markets here. Units over here have pushed off the gold mine. Magic is in a very, very difficult position right now. As we see Hecate on the way for Matreiuss. He's going to be able to drop that Tartarian gate at any point here moving forward. So his house is going to get cleaned up. We see the units popping in and around over here. Up on this position, siege works coming through for Magic. He's going to have to figure out how to make this work. Now, the difficulty here for Magic is he's got all of these slingers, which is supposed to be really, really good. But Matreiuss has got 20 Contarius. He's also got a whole bunch of archers. So he needs these slingers to take out those archers. But he also needs a whole bunch more spearmen to take out those Contarius. And at the moment, he's got 30 villagers on food, but he doesn't have those farms set up really well. He's now only starting to put them down. So it's going to be a really, really big challenge for him to actually get those spearmen out and defend here. As I think Matreiuss is playing incredibly patiently here, given how much of an advantage his army has. And that's just going to allow this this Egyptian army to catch up. He's also got an extra 10 population, mind you, from that Citadel center. But Hecate's going to come through. Does he have a unit in position? Does not have a unit in position, but Hecate's going to come through, and that's going to be a very, very challenging thing for Magic to deal with here. Does Magic have himself his upgrade here on his villagers? Yes, he does. He's got that hunting equipment upgrade, so 69 HP. Will mean he can probably move around and shank that, as we do see a hero Terma sneaking through onto this position. We'll get greeted by a whole bunch of units here, as it does get sniped down. As a fortified town center will be getting taken down. Matreiuss just doesn't want to take a fight. He just refuses to take a fight here. I think he's actually letting Magic back into this game. As we do see the Contarius coming over here, going to get some big raids in. Counter barracks getting taken down on this position as well. Up on this spot, we've got villagers getting raided everywhere. The big advantage of these Contarius, and actually, the more I'm watching it, the more I'm liking what he's doing. The big advantage of these Contarius is they've got speed. 5.8 speed versus 5.3 speed spearmen. So they should be able to run around the map and get some good raids going. But with the Tartarian gate now in, this thing has been boosted. It's got a little bit more HP, I think. I can't remember what the other boosts are, but it's got a lot of good stuff here as the slingers coming in. We do see some units popping on over here. Attempting to take these fights as the siege towers are going to be rolling through here to take out the Tartarian gate as well. Meanwhile, over on this position, the Contarius going after the town center of Magic. Those spearmen are in position to defend here as bronze weapons going to be coming through as well. A whole bunch of those mercenary cavalry queued up. Magic is in his element at the moment. Even though he's behind on score, ladies and gentlemen, score doesn't matter. Score doesn't matter in an Age of Mythology game. Never ever look at the score to determine your position. Look at, do I have a gold mine? Do I have 3 town centers? Those are the two big important things as to whether or not you are winning or losing a game of Age of Mythology. Also look at my population as well. And Magic's got everything here. Whereas look at Matreiuss, he's struggling. He's struggling to produce. He might even need to get a market set up and start making some trade or something. I think at this point here, as Matreiuss gets himself this fortified town center back, he's in a very tough spot, and he's continuing to build all these Arcus. How many Arcus do you think he needs to kill off these spearmen at the moment? These aren't Horus spearmen. Maybe he could go in with like 10 divine damage, or not divine damage, Bite of the Shark, Murmillo, and the rest Contarius as well at this point. But he's got to organize his economy for that. He's got 14 villages on wood. But guess what? He's playing Oranos. Guess what Oranos can do? They can build farms right next to their wood. They don't no walking time straight on there. It's really, really easy to get those sort of transitions happening as the Atlantean player. As the Fire Siphon onto this town center now. Magic going to have to move over here and defend. There will be a Chaos available, but there's also 100 favor in the bank here for Matreiuss, the Shifting Sands away. As the villagers on this position going to be getting taken down. Spearman coming up here in an attempt to take these bad boys out. And now Matreiuss says, time to run away. Does he have fully upgraded units? Not just yet. And meanwhile, over on this position here, Matreiuss is trying to catch Magic out of position as we see Heroic Renewal coming through. One huge, huge boost to a Oranos army in the late game is if you get the full population, you've got a whole bunch of resources left over, you can just heroize the entirety of that army and get that Heroic Renewal tech. Really, really strong. But Magic is seeing his opportunity to push. Will Magic be able to make this work here? He's about to have Horus as well with that tornado to just drop down onto Matreiuss' army. Matreiuss at the moment, Matreiuss has got himself 17 military barracks, but he's not training those units out. He's not training them out of all of his barracks either. He's only training them out of a handful. You can see him spending a whole bunch on these units over here. Again, I'll say it until the end of time. If you ever see numbers in your military barracks, queued up, cancel them, reselect all your military buildings, or build more military buildings, and then train them again. That way you're going to be able to get them out onto the field much, much quicker. But Magic's army gets disintegrated here. The tornado, probably not going to kill off a fortified town center's Mason's town center there. So tornado, kind of a little bit of a waste there, but Magic, now he's going to be able to get those Horus Spearmen. Greatest of the 50 coming in, and Spear of Horus. Spear of Horus is the big one. And those Spearmen will start being able to kill the Contarius. What does Matreiuss need then? Well, against Spearmen, really, really good answer, Fanatics. Fanatics are a fantastic answer here for Matreiuss. Get Bite of the Shark, get those Fanatics coming through. You can also build Murmillo as well. Really, really good, as well as continue to build those Contarius. He can also make himself some of those destroyers, but I'm not sure how good those are. Matreiuss is still trying to push in onto this position. Magic's economy is very, very painfully behind. He's also making trade caravans. How much does he get? 79. He's on the wrong market. He's missing out on that gold income. There's a Fire Siphon's going to be sneaking through onto this spot. Going to be able to take out the Citadel Center over here as well. Avenger. The Avenger for Magic, looking for blood. There's a really, really strong technology that I think a lot of Egyptian players are missing when you go Sekhmet. And it's in the shape of this technology here. Crimson Linen. Gives yourself 20% bonus lifesteal for your myth units. Why is that good? Well, a spinning Avenger on a group of villagers is doing a huge amount of damage, which means a huge amount of lifesteal. That's why it's good. So you should be getting that one. It's actually pretty cheap as well from memory. How much is it? 200 resources or something? 125 food. It's nothing. Absolutely nothing. But Matreiuss is still squeezing down here on Magic's base. We are still seeing those trade caravans coming through. Magic does change the trade caravans. He's going to have to get himself that coinage upgrade fairly soon as well. But he's just out of food at the moment. Only 11 villagers on food. All these villagers idle. He sends them over onto the farms. Villagers need to get back to work. Matreiuss is not going to be letting up in this game. He's got 204 population of 234, so he's still basically fully populated here. He's going to be making some more fanatics out in order to try and deal with those spearmen. How do you deal with fanatics as Egyptian here? What's the answer? Maybe chariot archers? Maybe axemen? But then you can build Contarius against both of those, right? You can get back into it. Slingers? I don't think slingers work. These bad boys have got 203 HP. Divine damage don't do all that much to 203 HP. Especially when you're Oranos and you got the speedy. Look at them. They're so speedy. Wait, where is it? 4.7 speed. They're really quick. Quick boys. Fire Siphon wandering forward here. Taking out the Citadel Center. He's not able to take it out. I think this town center is the better angle here for Matreiuss to be sieging down, because then he can push forward and come up and hit this trade route as well. Though if he does kill off this Citadel Center, that puts a complete stop to the trade route of Magic. Another option here for... and also Matreiuss displaying his patented Matreiuss market here. The Matreiuss market is much, much worse in Retold. You have to be... He's getting only 33 gold. Is he going to this town center? What are you doing? Guys, if you want to make your trade route perfect without any effort, all you have to do is right-click on your market, and your trade caravans will automatically go to the town center that's as far away from it as possible. So you don't have to click on anything. And if your trade route is going to the wrong plot, the wrong town center, you can right click on your market. I think. Don't quote me on that. I think you can. And it'll go to the furthest town center. So you don't have to worry about you don't have to calculate which town center is better, for example. If you've got two options, you can just go, well, which one is it? Oh, there you go. Yes, that's the one. Fire Siphon still trying to see through. These are heavy Fire Siphon. They've got a decent amount of range here. On the other side of the map, we do see Fanatics coming through, causing a lot of problems. Magic is down to 124 of 225 population here. He is struggling to make units against the might of Oranos in this game, as the Citadel Center here is going to be getting taken down. Carnivore gets placed down. Where was that bad boy placed down? Oh, over here. Going to slow down those villagers or something. Take out the town center. And the Citadel Center is down to 800 HP. Units pushing around, sniping down those villagers to boot here. The repair rate is really, really good. This is the big way to defend in Age of Mythology, is repairing at the moment. But it's not enough, as Matreiuss manages to find the win with Magic finally tapping out. Magic is one of the hardest players in Age of Mythology to actually kill. He is so resourceful here. But Matreiuss just plays it so... I thought he was playing it too slow here, in all honesty. I thought maybe he was going to allow Magic back into this game, because, in all honesty, all Magic needs here is to get to equality, right? And then he should be able to use his Magic to find victory, because he's such a good late game player. But Matreiuss squeezes. He knows that his advantage here is the late game in this matchup. Set is not very good in the late game at all. And that is going to give him the advantage here. He just didn't want to commit to any sort of fight. Takes some really good fights and finds the dub here in this one. Really, really nice game here. If we take a look at the post-game statistics, technology, where are we? Timeline over here. All resources coming up, you can see just how far Matreiuss is in front in this game. But if you take a look at the actual civilian units, yeah, he's in front a big way on that villager line as well, as Matreiuss is just getting so many good raids in this game. This is a hard one here for the set player, but here's the thing. I think Matreiuss was behind from the get-go. He's got to go for a 4-minute advance time. He's got to throw that town center down. He's got to get those barracks up, and he's got to start putting pressure on immediately. You got to get that Oranos player on the back foot here and force them to stay in the classical age for a little longer. If they go 2 town center fast heroic here as Atlantean, you are in a really tough position here as Set. And I think that was shown on full display here as Magic just not able to find the dub. If you guys enjoyed this one, please consider hitting the follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTube, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next game.